Alright. Welcome back to some more Virtuous Escape. Oh my god. Welcome back to some more Zero Escape, Virtue's Last Reward. Virtue's Escape. Ah! What a horrible intro. I feel like starting over. But no, I'm pretty sure you all find that funny, so I'll leave it in. Last time, we were trying to decide who killed Luna, and yeah, that pretty much was it, but it was a long deducing process. Sorry about not posting a video last night, but if you watched Animal Crossing videos, the latest one should tell you what happened. If not, pretty much delivery guy took forever. I thought I would have more time. If I would have known he was going to take forever, I would have recorded and then ate my food, but instead I waited for him and then yeah. So yeah, that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. And it's 11:56 right now, so by the time it would be pretty much 2 o'clock or so before this video would go up. So that's my excuse. I'll try to keep this video long though. So with that, no one's here.
Yeah. Alright, let's start looking. We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Yeah. Hello? Hello? Anybody in here?
You search rooms 1 and 2.
Why do I gotta search rooms 1 and 2?
I'll take 3 and 4.
I want to search 3 and 4. Got it. Checking number 2 now. Hello? Anybody in here? Just Alice. Alice. And Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just this strange cold shell. And every time you look at it, you feel a little of the coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Dang, Sigma! That's deep. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there, poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
No good. There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Nobody in them. Except Alice and Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong?
You being in my face. Hi. Hello. Kinda in my face, like, what's wrong?
You need to get it together.
Oh, be quiet. You're just as depressed as I am.
What are we doing right now?
Being depressed. Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
But I like being miserable. Yeah, you're right. Phi turned and headed for the door at the far end. Hello, virus scanner. Goodbye, virus scanner. I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. I really need to schedule that for more like 7 o'clock in the morning or something, because I'm never up at 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm always up at this time. Oh. Hello? Hello? Anybody here? Hello? Oh. Hi, Clover and Tenmyoji. The first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. Well, that explains where they're at. But why are they handcuffed together? The lead ball turned into ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. Yeah, sleeping together. They did some risque things with handcuffs and all that. Sigma, you are very optimistic, even for these circumstances. The cool, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I'd had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs, and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot.
What? Oh, come on, Sigma. It's pretty easy what she meant if you were paying attention 2 videos ago.
The security camera.
Yeah, the security camera.
Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
Yeah. I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together. That's what I kind of was wondering.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped here when the doors closed. Why?
Look. See the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
Of course not. Whoa! Hello. That's kind of, deep. There's a cut on Tenmyoji's left hand. It looks like it was probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep. That's more than deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least. If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal.
It doesn't look fatal? Looks like it would at least cause an infection. Holy crap, that's... like, you probably could see the other end of his hand with that.
I don't think he died from this cut.
No, but it's pretty freaking deep. The penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. Then the needles in their bracelets activated. And...
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubocurarine must have killed them.
do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink? Probably.
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. If someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them, they didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
What? You find something?
Yeah.
Phi bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. Keep seeing like stuff go on my door, under my door or something. I think that's just glare from my glasses or something. I don't know. A cyan bracelet. That's Quark's. Oh. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait. No. Hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
No. No. This can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma. Calm down. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
But...
In fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
Ray of hope?
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it.
And he hasn't been found yet, still.
That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubocurarine.
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, Quark's body isn't here, and the bracelet's here. But when did they... Yeah. And you know Tenmyoji wouldn't have, left Quark's body. That's impossible. Zero Jr. told us that they only come off when your heart stops, or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right. He's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped, then came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic?
Well, for starters, that's not pessimism. That's something else. That's logic. That's logic. I think you know something about that, Phi.
Have you actually seen Quark dead, huh?
No, but there could be another explanation.
You need to think positive, Sigma.
I am trying, but you're stopping me.
Reality is what we believe it to be.
Do I have to be talked down to? Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough!
Jeez. Talk about waking someone up.
Quark is definitely alive. He has to be. He has to be.
that's kind of, when she says it like that, that's kind of heartbreaking. Since, you know, Fi usually is the kind of person to kind of be emotionless at times.
I refuse to believe he isn't. I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Tenryuji weren't innocent and had deserved to die, but I swallowed my words. Fighting wasn't going to help us. All I could do was hope that Fi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. What are you doing?
Examining their bodies.
Don't know why we didn't do that sooner.
Tenmyoji first.
Kind of see the cut. Why?
Clues.
What kind of clues?
To who might have killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killer saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
Good point. With Quark's bracelet, Clover and Tenryuji would have been able to go through the white doors. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least. That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything.
Huh?
I should have found something.
Clicking back from about a month ago. I don't know. I just know it's clicking back to something. What? You should know what, Sigma.
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room?
Psst, psst.
He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
Do you think the killer took it?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too. Give me a minute.
Fi knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began gingerly examining her corpse. Then, after a moment, I saw her hand stop.
Look. See her thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
It's written in blood. Three letters. Okay, I'm just taking a wild guess here. Taking a wild guess. It looks like Dio upside down. Or let's entertain you all for a second. That's what I'm seeing, but that's just a guess, because there's only 9 of us and only 3 of us have, well, 5. Five's 3 letters, but that don't look like 5. That's what I'm thinking, at least. Just flip it back. Okay. That's what I'm thinking. It must be Tenryuji's.
It says 016.
That wouldn't make any sense, even coming from Clover. What does that mean?
Hang on. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. 016. 016. I know know I've seen it somewhere.
I can't think of anything. 016. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, enough with the silent treatment.
It's no use. Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the killer.
Oh, duh. I kind of pointed that out, I would have to say.
She must have written them after she got hit with a soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
016, huh? Maybe. But the only people who could have done it are K and Dio. Didn't I just say Dio? Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No.
I mean, maybe... Here's my hypothesis. It's Dio, but mirrored. Now, why would it be mirrored? This is my hypothesis. She wrote it on her one leg, because she's... I don't know, one leg. And the one leg got hit her other leg, and it mirrored the image. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, that's what makes sense to me. That makes perfectly sense.
There's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
Why would it be Quark? He wanted to kill himself, not everyone else. Damn it! This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery that I'm solving. At least I think I am. Like, what about the old woman we found? Now that, I can't really tell you about the old woman. She's just here. Who killed her? The movement of the AB room makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when she would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife in the handkerchief. And of course, now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure, because now she's dead too! It's like just a whole big WTF moment right now. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. I do! We don't have any idea where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want with us? Why does this game even exist? And why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries. 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 I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Fi. Give me something. Anything. A clue. A hint. Come on, you've got to have something. What? What was that?
The Luminol.
Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
So they could test for blood? I don't think that's it.
What would they need to do in order to do that?
They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they want to test.
That's it?
No, wait. You're right. White. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint. So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean... the rec room! Vi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would it be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. So the long walk continues. It's a long walk. I mean, but everything makes sense, doesn't it? The whole 016 is just Dio spelt backwards. I mean, that's what I would think at least, but I mean, that makes sense to me. It's three numbers, 3 letters. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! So... what the hell?! Fi? Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. Sigma? That laugh made me think. Was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect the brain from constant emotional bombardment? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death, but when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. Let's say that 2 species of animals come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but Species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by Species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of Species B will... Some of Species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. As a result, Species A is eliminated, and only Species B manages to survive. Kind of like how I remember hearing about, a mom seeing her kid about to be crushed or something like that by a car, and had like enough, like it got enough adrenaline and panicked where she was able to lift up a car or something. Kind of like that, I would say, but yeah. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no, millions of years, and all creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from species B. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. No. I guess this means you and I are the only survivors. Fi?
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, but where? Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you said yourself that there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There is no 10th person. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. Quark just out there somewhere. That means...
You're being ridiculous.
I'm being ridiculous? What are you talking about?
Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in K's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach.
Meaning that... okay, I can see where you're coming from. Quark doesn't have the strength because he's a kid. That's what you're trying to say, even though I find saying he's a kid is kind of disrespectful. But I can see where it comes from.
Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
No. That unless he was buff. A buff child. Yes, a buff child could do it, but of his size, no. Alright then. Are you saying you killed them? It's not like she's been with us the entire time, right? Wait.
Are you insane? And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
Yeah, but... she was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Fi and I hadn't been out of each other's sight. We'd gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved the puzzles, all of it together. There was one instance, though. No. Wait, Sigma's got it. There had been one time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office when I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? I still trust Vi, though, but she was out of our sight for that long. I mean, she was able to, what? See a security footage that was like 20 minutes long and was able to time everything. I mean, that's not just a few minutes. That's got to be an hour at least, I would have to say. The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. If the round trip took about a minute and she killed them in 4 minutes, then the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? That's what you're starting to think about now. No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast-forwarded, probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Hey. What you doing there, Thigh?
Checking their bodies like before. I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah. 2 things, actually.
Oh?
Take a look at this.
A knife? A knife. Something that could have cut Tenmyoji's hand.
Yeah.
There's something engraved on the blade, too. Myrmidons. Is that the name of a manufacturer?
Dunno. It's not a name I've ever heard of before.
Heard of people being called that, like Fire Emblem. But otherwise, yeah.
But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest!
Right. From the looks of it, I guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about 3 centimeters tall and 3 millimeters wide.
Huh. I think I've heard those numbers before.
Like, wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it! When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
Right, well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom. And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is. In other words...
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
Right.
So if they match, then that means the knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it? I already kind of figured out the mystery there.
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that! What I mean is, why did he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? And that... Yeah, that was the 1 minute that he was in that room, too, actually. Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No. Wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had that knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her? If that's what happened, why didn't he just take the knife then? Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later? Sigma got a point there.
Well, we can look into that more later. First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found 2 things. There was the knife and... this.
Oh. That. Hey, this is that key.
What do you mean, that key?
That key. You know, that key. It's right there, that key. We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it, just in case.
So, Alice should have had this, right?
Yeah.
And now Dio's got it.
Yeah?
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
I kinda figured that was Kay's key, although Sigma's a freaking idiot. Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man.
Oh man indeed, Phi.
You couldn't figure it out from the shape?
Seriously. What do you mean?
Get over here. A picture's worth 1,000 words.
You can say that again.
Let me show you.
No, recording's worth 1,000,000. She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh yeah! So that's it! It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, Phi shoved the key into the slot and twisted it. But what's wrong? Sigma, why aren't you helping her? She's the one doing all the work, and seriously, she probably needs some muscle power. I mean, you look strong, don't you?
It's no good.
God dang it. I wanted to see what's inside that mask.
Can't get it open.
Why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open.
So it's pretty much a Varia suit, but has a key on the back of it.
But with this axe in here...
You're saying it shorted the suit or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
Do you think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder...
So I guess we'll never know what its face really looks like. I guess not. Not in this flowchart.
Yeah.
So close, yet 1 step forward and 10 steps back. 1 step forward and that many steps back? I don't know. Could even be that many steps back.
No way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
Can use a jackhammer. I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look.
I just dropped my stylus. Something I usually do.
Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look.
What is it?
A spray bottle with luminol in it.
That's the one Tenmuji had.
Yeah.
Then, does that mean Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
We don't know yet.
Why not?
Kay might have taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this.
That's true, because Rec Room was not behind the white doors, was it?
Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for the luminol reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. Alright, do it.
Done.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
But why?
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Whose blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or K's blood, though.
Yeah, you think.
See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol?
Hey, I can't think of anything punny. Like a clean bracelet before they die, even though they're in pain and agony. That's the reason. He's a clean freak. Dio is a clean freak. That's the reason. That's it.
It doesn't make sense.
But sure it does. Then that leaves the old woman, Alice, and Tenmyoji.
Right.
Right? There we go. Do you remember what Tenmyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Tenmyoji had figured out that one of the bracelets would have blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Sr.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Whoa. Wait. Gotta admit, Tenmyoji, even though he's a backstabbing person whenever you pick ally, gotta like Tenmyoji. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Then who killed Dio? It's kind of obvious.
K, perhaps?
Kind of obvious there.
After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
It was a double KO, or double kill, basically. Another descendant of Species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then...
all of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Who opened the gate? What? What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible! Quark? Quark opened the gate?
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
I know, I'm coming! That's kind of a chill, like, gotta admit, that's kind of chilling, like, seriously. Yeah. I don't think Quark would have pulled it. He's got a... Does he even have a star key? I'm very confused right now. Seriously, like... Who the heck has a star key? Everyone's dead except Quark, and Quark is... Damn it! There's no one in here! Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know! How the hell did Quark open an AB gate anyway? Without a star key, he shouldn't have been able to get it open.
You must have taken one from Dio or K before we got to the rec room.
So you think he really did that? Really?
We know they went through a white door. Remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like we did.
But you didn't find one when you searched them.
Right.
Yeah. Well, maybe Quark's a suspect after all then. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an axe. Yeah, he took medieval classes when he was 10. When he's 10, yeah. He's a 10-year-old that takes how to use medieval weapons. That's it.
That's impossible.
No, it's not. You can be 10 and do that.
You're being an idiot.
Okay, fine, I'm being an idiot.
It's much more likely he found the key card after they died.
Oh. Alright, let's go find him.
Any ideas where to look?
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might have been?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
Do you know something I don't? The room Dio and K investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
A little bit. Just a little bit. Of course. Besides, Quark might be in there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move. Did he really have to bring up the map? The door says director's office. We've been in here before.
Probably belongs to the director.
The director of what? This facility? I guess. I hope it has one of those chairs. What? Why?
Chairs?
Yeah, what chair? You know, the folding ones that say director on the back. I've always wanted to sit in one and say stuff like action, or cut, or double decaf chai soy latte now. Have you been watching my Phoenix Wright playthrough? Seriously. I don't think that's the kind of director it's talking about, man.
And that's what you think we'll find in there?
Yeah! 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 Oh! You joke just as much as Phoenix. Aren't you excited? Oh, man! It's so freaking exciting, man! Oh, yeah! I always wanted to do that.
Well, there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Oh. Yeah. What if Zero Senior was in there waiting for us?
That would make things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna open it.
You don't need to keep asking me if...
Talk to the hand. I'm opening it. Huh.
There's no one here.
That computer's been turned on.
Yeah. Maybe Dio and K did that.
What the hell is this?
A lion.
Is biting.
A sun?
The ninth lion? It has a couple of input fields for a user ID and a password.
We probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure. I'll give it a shot. Yeah, just as I thought.
KSDA4IUSD. Kill, steal, deviant art for United States dollar? I don't get what that... Yeah. I don't get it.
Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
Fi turned and headed off towards the bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Memento mori. If the ninth lion ate the sun, remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion? Then, maybe. Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember death? Yeah. Memento mori. Remember death. Memento mori. Remember. I don't have a pass. I just have a bomb code. I don't have a password. Are you kidding me? Like, what? I'll just groove out to the music. But seriously, that's only one code. I don't have a What? Lion. Error. Lion and Lion 9 and how am I supposed to go down? Oh, there we go. Lion 9 9th Lion 8 the sun. That's there you go. That's the right code. I don't know. It was no good. I didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd seen the ID and password somewhere before. Maybe in another flowchart, not here. I haven't seen anything about another code or anything. To be continued. And so, that leaves us, right there, with more, yeah, cool, so, yeah, next time, yeah, next time I will, go that way? I don't know. I guess I'll go that way, maybe. I don't know. Sure, why not? And so, yeah. Hope you all enjoyed. And I will catch you all next time. Hope you all have a great night.